Today I will do another flight on my Multiplex Extra 300S. It's a 1.2 meter wingspan aerobatic RC airplane. It runs on 4S. Let's go outside and get this one flying. Just before sunrise, my favorite time to fly any RC airplane. This is a really well behaved aerobatic symmetrical wing RC airplane at 1.2 meter that runs on 4S 2200 mAh battery. I have replaced the speed control in mine, so I do have a 60 amp Avian, as I just more or less want to have Avian speed controllers in all my RC airplanes. And this is a very well controlled RC airplane. And I don't have too many in this aerobatic style than the Extra 300 from E-flite. I also had a few years ago I had kind of an Edge 540, a smaller one from FMS. And I also have the erratics from E-flite, which I think is poor built on the erratics then. And then also the Skynetic S-Back 342, which is a really good flat foam RC airplane to fly, really durable also. And then we have this Multiplex Extra 300, my first Multiplex RC airplane. So my goal is to try more Multiplex RC airplanes. I'm not sure what I will choose, but something at least. I mean, most of my RC airplanes are like E-flite or FMS, so it would be interesting to try something else.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
And I'm not really interested in doing too much of this kind of a 3D style hovering. It's just not really my thing. I mean, of course I do enjoy it on the flat foamies because they're so lightweight and you can just handle them in a really good way. But I think that when the RC plane becomes a little bit heavier, I'm more comfortable just to fly with speed rather than having them hanging from their prop.
Time remaining 2 minutes 30.
And even with the more like gentle aerobatics as I'm doing now I think this one handles great. No odd behavior. Snap rolls are really easy and controlled. It's also very visible RC airplane with the colors on this one. Easy to just see where it is. It's also interesting because if you would do many maneuvers in slow speed with an RC airplane like this, I mean, nothing bad happens, but if you would do the same then, I mean, it would have been in the EDF, you would just go down, I suppose. And even other RC airplanes that have a kind of a bad design then, or just not that great lift, they will just go down. With this one, more or less do whatever you want. And I'm more or less just goofing around. So we have 30 seconds left on the timer. I mean, I have the AVN speed controller, so I get a kind of a low voltage alarm. Then usually you just back off the throttle and you can keep on flying for 1 or 2 more minutes. But let's get this one down. Just getting it down a little bit, and then do a nice landing, hopefully. This is a really good size when it comes to aerobatic RC airplanes. It does have some heft to it, and it's a really able RC airplane, so you can go around just doing many things. And if I would compare them to the E-flite Extra 300, this one is a little bit smaller, and the Extra 300 is a really long RC airplane, so it can be difficult to just haul around, put in your car. Also, the E-flite Extra 300 requires that you glue in like the rear section of the RC airplane, at least the rudder part. But this one you can just use screws and just disassemble the RC airplane, which is important to me then. Now I replaced the wheels on mine, so I have these Debro wheels, 3.5 inch, and just remove the wheel pans also because I want to do more grass operations, and then I don't think that wheel pans is any good really. I mean, I also done a modification that I have a 60 amp speed controller in mine, just to have full telemetry. And this one, you can certainly just fly this one for 5 or 6 minutes without any problems. And the thing is, when you have an aerobatic RC airplane, you barely push them like crazy unless you do a lot of prop hanging. And I'm not doing a lot of prop hanging with this plane at least. So I think it's a good RC airplane. But I could also compare this one to like the Skynetic S-Back 342, which I have in the background, which is a 900mm flat foamy. And just comparing when I fly this one and I fly the smaller than S-Back, the flat foamy, I mean, I'm just pushing myself and doing a lot more crazy things with the S-Back because I'm not afraid if I will do something crazy, then I will just crash it. I mean, the foam will just last and last on that RC airplane, I suspect, because it's a fairly lightweight RC airplane, at least compared to this one, and it's really dense and durable foam also. But I certainly dig when this one flies because it looks really nice. I still don't understand why you don't put a RC pilot figure in any RC airplane, because I mean, it just looks stupid without the pilot inside. This one, you have this top hatch then, and I'm running this one on an AR630 receiver, which works fine. I mean, the AR630 doesn't have the same range as the 637T then, because you only have like an internal antenna. But mostly when you fly an aerobatic RC airplane, you're quite close, it doesn't really matter. This battery hatch then also does have this fine kind of foam piece which holds the battery in place, so you really don't need any Velcro or anything, just put the 4S battery inside, 30S or 30C or 50C, and you're all good. So that's how I do mine then. And I will certainly just come back to this one and show more flights because it is a fun one and I'm learning a lot when I fly this one.